Suku Igar, my friends and family, this is War Hero Noxus signing live on HoloNet again. I hope everybody's doing well. Today's topic is gonna be probably something that a lot of people aren't gonna like. How could Disney fix Star Wars? They got about 4 to 5 different options at this point. My number one option as a Star Wars lore keeper, gatekeeper, nerd, whatever you want to call me. I'm a Star Wars whatever. So the first option, in my opinion, would be to accept the extended universe, the legends, whatever you want to call it. I call it extended universe because when George Lucas originally let people like Timothy Zahn write books, everybody had to get together. Everybody had to agree, hey, I'm working on 9 ABY to fucking 20 ABY. Then the next author had to say, okay, I'm going to pick up from 20 ABY to whatever ABY. So all the authors, back when Lucas was the owner, Lucas said, hey, you guys work together. It's not canon. It's going to be called Extended Universe, but I'll sign off on it. So if Lucas signs off on it, in my opinion, that's canon. This is where we get into the marshes. We get into you got to get your shit wading boots on. So Lucas signs off on the extended universe. Lucas sells Star Wars, the actual IP, the official stuff to Disney. So I understand why the retards, and yes, again, I said I'm doing this shit for fun. I don't give a fuck what I say. I'll call them the goddamn retards of the left, the libtards, the demon craps, whatever fucking word you want to use, I'll use it. I don't give a flying fuck. But once those retards goddamn got their hands on Star Wars, they said, oh, herp derp, we're on SSRIs and we take fucking Xanax and we drink. So this is what Lucas signed over to us. And he says only the movies are official. So I guess all the written books and everything else is not a fucking official. No, fucking goddamn Zahn. There's so many other authors other than Zahn. He's the only one that pops out right now because ever since I was like 13, I was reading Zahn books. So all the other authors that were working with Timothy Zahn, that were working with Lucas, all those authors in the extended universe, that's all technically canon. So, again, what is Disney's options here? Disney has about 5 options. Option number 1. They could bring back the extended universe, not call it Legends, bring it back as lore, erase. They don't even have to erase 7, 8, and 9. They just have to change the numbers of 7, 8, and 9 to like 12, 13, 14, or 14, 15, 16. And they could put the Thrawn trilogy in the how can I word this? I got to slow my mind down. They could put the Thrawn trilogy right after episodes 4, 5, and 6, right? Right. So you have 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 could be changed to like 20, 21, 22. So you got the Thrawn trilogy right after the original episodes. Then there's a bunch of books in between, when Luke is like 65 or 70, however old he's supposed to be in 7, or fucking wherever the Last Jedi, whatever the fuck. I didn't watch those pieces of shit. That's not real Star Wars. Anyway, So fucking, they could have put Luke's bullshit of the Thrawn trilogy, and they could have said, hey, we're going to follow these books. But no, they want to come out to where he's fucking almost 80 years old, it looks like, and he's decrepit. Why is that? Because Mark Hamill is so old, but they don't think to use CGI to make movies about Luke's life being married to Mara Jade. Like the assassin that worked for Palpatine. If you don't know who Mara Jade is, she worked for Palpatine. She was on Jabba the Hutt's little craft. In the actual movies, they retconned a certain character to be Mara Jade. She's a really good Force user. She's a really good assassin. And they totally scrubbed her out of 7, 8, 9. So 7, 8, 9 should have been, like I said, the Thrawn trilogy, where Luke goes to meet Mara Jade, meets the, I forgot who the fuck she works for after the Emperor's killed. But if you read the books, you know the story. So why didn't Disney not take one of the most biggest, the most profitable, and not just profitable, but the most popular? I mean, Zahn's books were literally the layout for 7, 8, 9. If Disney, okay, so that's choice one. I'm going on a rant because I'm so pissed at Disney. So choice two. Choice two is also very fucking simple. And all you have to do for choice two is tell Jon Favreau, one, you're in charge of the live action. You don't let Dave Filoni touch any fucking live action. And then two, you go up to Dave Filoni and you say, because Dave Filoni is very cocky. So here's how you treat Dave Filoni. You say, Dave Filoni, listen, sir, I'm very sorry. You are not in control of live action anymore. You stick to animation, sir. Jon Favreau is going to control the live action. If you be humble to Dave Filoni, he will fucking listen to you so easily. It's so retarded. Dave Filoni is just a little cuckold bitch. Yes, I know he's the apprentice to Lucas, but he fucking sucks. He literally, once Disney took over, he became a yes man for Disney. He was a yes man for Lucas. All Dave Filoni is a fucking yes man. That's all the fuck he is. So that's my opinion of Dave Filoni. I mean, I like the dude, I do, but he's a yes man. He's a fucking yes man. Stick him to animation, where he's good at. That's where Lucas wanted him. Keep him there. Then you get Jon Favreau for the live action. Okay, so now you have phase 2. Phase 3, the best phase of them all, in my opinion. You give I hate to say this because I know Disney won't do this. Disney needs to do what Lucas did. You had Lucasfilms, and then you had like a whole nother department of a whole nother Star Wars over here. You had like Lucas novels or whatever the fuck. Then you had something over here. It was like Lucasfilms. Then you had Lucas Arts up here. Then down here you had some other Lucas shit. So what Disney needs to do is take people like Star Wars Theory, number 1. Number 2, Stupendous Wave. Number 3, somebody like Holocron Archives. I think he would be a good addition. So you got Stupendous Wave, Geatsly, Star Wars Theory, Holocron Archives. Let me figure out a fifth. Maybe somebody like me, not me specifically, but somebody like me who's a specific lore keeper, history keeper, gatekeeper, whatever you want to call us. And when I say lore, I mean Lore, not LAW. A specific lore keeper. So you have these 5 people. You got Geatzley, you got Star Wars Theory, you got Holocron Archives, which is a great AI artist. He does amazing videos. I love his shit. I watch him all the time. Then you got Stupendous Wave. So, wait, hold on. Yeah. And then you got a lore keeper. So you got 5 people that could be in the writing room at all times. At all times. If you hired Star Wars Theory and then you ask somebody like Geatzley, Stupendous Wave, and Holocron Archives, guaranteed these people would be in the office 24/7, helping every single department, working on every single storyline, making sure it is lore accurate, making sure it looks fucking pristine, making sure it looks clean, making sure it looks fantastic. You hire 5 motherfuckers like us, and you give us full command. Disney just cuts off Disney cuts off Star Wars like Lucasfilm did, and they say, hey, listen, you 5 are in control. Do what you got to do to make money for us. If they did that, oh my God, Star Wars would be just in a fantastic place because, yes, I think I'm one of the biggest Star Wars nerds out there. Yes, I know there's people, again, like I said, like Geatzley, like fucking Gentech, Eckhart's Ladder. All these people, they have much more knowledge than I do. But I still know enough to where I could go into a writing room and I could be like, hey, listen, we're going to make a story about the Old Republic. Because my personal knowledge is the Old Republic era. It's not when the Rakatas came over. It's not the Jedi, Jedaii. It's not that era. It's the Old Republic. And a little bit of the Clone Wars. Like, I know a little bit, well, I know a lot of the Clone Wars, but my personal favorite era is the Old Republic. And that brings us into step 4. Okay, so step 4, how to make money. Bring in a bunch of fucking nerds like I just mentioned. Let them have full ground of the Old Republic. Disney, do not fucking try to fuck with the Old Republic. Let us nerds handle the Old Republic. We'll get Keanu Reeves to play Revan. And then it's fucking GG's. So step 5, what is the 5th step that Disney could do? The 5th step is sell off Star Wars completely. I hate to say that that's the best option. And the reason why I'm making this video, the true reason, is right here. Step 5. I've been asked by at least, I would have to say at least like 7 or 8 different people this week alone. And I don't understand why. But 7 or 8 different people asked me, if you didn't have, if you didn't have to worry about money or any type of real world bullshit, what would your dream job be? My dream job is to own Star Wars. Why? Because I would specifically go into the Old Republic and I would start like Holocron Archives did. I would start from the absolute beginning, the Jedi Order, the Sith. Like, I would do all that stuff from 30,000 BBY, which is the Battle Before Yavin, which is episode like 5 or 6, where they blew up the Death Star. I would do 30,000 BBY, Battle Before Yavin, which if you want to put it in AD, it would be 30,000 BC. I would do the original 30,000 BBY. It wouldn't be show. I don't know if it'd be shows. I would probably do shows in all honesty, because there's just so much stuff to cover. So much. So I would do the shows, right? Catch it up all the way up to the Clone Wars. Go into people like Darth Maul, Darth Tenebrae, Darth Tenebris, Darth Vitiate. I would go into deep details of Jedi Darths that they don't get covered. I mean, Darth Maul, for Christ's sake, he was the only Sith Lord who turned into a Force ghost and worked with Satele Shan, who was like the grandmother or something like that of Bastila Shan, who was Revan's wife. I mean, for fuck's sake, there's so much lore to go through. What did Darth Maul do when he was a Force ghost? We don't even know. Like Star Wars, The Old Republic, SWTOR, the MMO, is not delving into what he did. But for fuck's sake, there's a lot of shit. I mean, how did a Sith become a Force ghost? We only thought that was for the pure of heart, but he was purely for the Empire. Is that how he turned into a Darth, into a Force ghost? Because he was purely for the Empire, purely for the better of his people? He was technically a dark side version of the Jedi. He wanted to see his people survive. Why don't we go into that specific character? How did he turn into a Force ghost? What is he doing working with Satele Shan, who's a Grandmaster Jedi? Anyway, these are just some fucking ideas. Deuces, y'all.